Couldn't hear anything, let alone think. I literally was in the biggest brain fog I've ever experienced, I think, in my whole entire life. Except for when I used to do, which I shouldn't have done it today, but I fasted today. Mm-hmm. That's the reason I just broke my fast because I knew it was supposed to be till 6 tonight, but I'm like, I can't see. I literally was like, I can't, literally could not see squat. I still can't. I mean, it's all like blurry.
Well.
Oh, well.
Keep eating that sugar.
Holy moly. I did not know that. That's good to know. I know fasting affects a lot of things, but.
Yeah. Our brains need glucose. Believe it or not.
And I have been dieting too.
And that too, right.
Which has not been good. I mean, in some ways good. I gained so much weight. Merry Christmas. This is like our last one before the holidays.
I know. I have our little thing.
Let's get off of me.
Okay.
I'm going to eat this.
Yeah.
You go to
I'll
you.
go through my stuff. Enjoy your sugar.
And then hopefully I'll see you again after we come back.
There you go. All right. So yeah, this is our last podcast for 2025. We will see you next year, and we're going to have a new season and new topics. So it's going to look a little different next year. So you'll definitely want to join us. If you can join us live, that's always fun because we can chit chat together. If not, you can always watch the replay. I'm going to have all different graphics too, but just as a reminder, you can go onto Facebook, Rumble, YouTube, and any audio podcast. So that's Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon, anything that has podcasts, we are on there. So that always goes up later. It is not live. But if you're watching on Facebook, like, share, comment, do all the fun stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, YouTube has been very silly lately. They think that we are a unalived podcast, that you can get help from us. And as many times as I've written YouTube and said that is not what we do, YouTube is just being its own entity. So it actually pops up saying like, are you sure you want to come on here?
Should we just make a new account?
I almost think we need to. I think for this season.
For the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have a new account.
That's what I'm going to do. I love that idea. Because you know what? The algorithm loves new. New YouTube.
True.
I'm making a note. New YouTube.
That's crazy.
Because I try and email them and all the things. So we, and in our lives, have been blocked as well. I mean, we're on, but we've had no viewers the last 2 times. So I think a new YouTube is a genius idea.
What do you know?
So we'll try it. Okay. So then also,
Can't hurt.
so we'll do a new YouTube. You guys, all our subscribers will have to switch over to the new one. But we love Rumble the most. So we would love for you guys to be on there. If you are watching, please let us know where you're watching from. If you're on Facebook, you can do it there too. But if not, come on over to Rumble. I don't even think I'm going to send that one anymore. So next time we'll keep having Natalie come. So if you do have questions, or you've seen something that is on like TikTok or all that stuff, that's where I see stuff. And I always am so curious what Natalie's thoughts are on it. She has different ways to research things more than just ChatGPT and TikTok. So it's fun to ask her. Plus she's like living this out right now. So she does see things. And she's very wise. She's a wise woman. She loves the Lord. So it works out great for all of us. We'll be on Instagram. That's not changing. We will have our merch. That's not changing. Hope it will be on TikTok. That won't change either. So keep following along. If you haven't watched through all of them, go check them out.
3,500.
You are at
I'm
35. Yep.
Can you believe that?
We just got over 3,500, and people are still loving it. So make sure you play along with us, and we'll continue that into the new year with our fun ideas that we have. Foundation Church is still doing great. We're actually a little bit higher than that. I haven't switched that out yet. We're almost at 1,000. We got some Christmas songs up too. So go check those out, share them, repost them, all that good stuff. Pastor Tom had a viral one recently. So he's over 2,000 at this point, with his TLP clips. I think the most recent one was something about Santa that got everybody up in arms. Not even, they thought it was funny. He's finding his people, which is kind of the important thing. And I kind of like what I think is going to happen next year is that people are going to be like, where has this guy been? Like, where did he come from? Kind of like the other pastor, I think is what's going to happen because
I'm
people,
believing that.
yeah, people are looking for this stuff. And, there's a lot of people that don't like the truth and they don't like the it's on you, the message that it's like you're the problem. And so, but there's a lot of people that do love this, and I'm included in it. So I would love to find more people that want the raw truth and don't need everything sugar coated and victim and all that good stuff. So let's find our people. And I think next year, I think it really is going to happen. So I'm excited to see how that all unfolds. And I think that's it. We just have a couple things up here, and then, but I'm going to come back to you for now.
Yeah, don't. You can hit that one thing. We normally don't do the radiant aesthetics. I think that's radiant aesthetics and permanent makeup. You can put that up. But because of the holidays, get your gift cards. You will not be disappointed. I do that. So, like, if you know, you know. Women love it. And some women don't even know they love it because they've never done it.
True.
So, nice facial. I just had one this morning.
You did?
Yes, somebody came in for my appointment and found out theirs is tomorrow.
That was me. I was so excited this morning. I'm driving.
I told you my appointment. I was going.
I know. It just,
Somebody forgot.
yeah.
You're like me.
Yeah. I'm just glad I didn't miss it. I was like, oh, I'm a day early. Good. Like,
Right.
all right, I'll go back to what I was doing. I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, I've done that before. Showed up on the wrong day.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care.
I don't care.
As long as I
Now
got
I
one,
have
I don't
something
care.
to look forward to tomorrow.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's true.
Yeah, true.
9 a.m.
Tell you what time is yours.
Really?
Boom, boom.
I will warm the bed for you.
Oh my gosh. That's the thing. It's not only like a facial.
It's a whole experience.
It's a whole experience. That bed was nice and cozy and warm this morning.
Magical. Yep.
Yep.
How do
Love
we
it.
get it to vibrate?
Oh,
my
I don't know if I want
gosh.
that. I don't know if I want that.
Oh, I do.
Okay, I don't.
Like, seriously, a nice
You're
massage.
lymphatic.
Your back. You're getting a
Lymphatic.
massage while you're laying and your face is getting a massage. It's a
Yes.
whole body experience.
Hope, do you remember when me and you went up to Tampa to go pick up Jer and Norma from Africa?
Yes.
And the massager, and there's a butt, like the butt one.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't like
She
that.
didn't like it.
That's
I
true.
wouldn't like that either.
I didn't like
I don't
that.
want anything.
That's not
in that area.
that's not appropriate at all. Something
literally
is
is like, "Oh!"
horribly wrong with that.
It was so funny.
Like,
She
whoa,
did not,
you're going
yeah.
into places that nothing.
It is an
Should
exit
ever go.
only.
It
Okay.
was the funniest thing ever.
And you knew it. I think you knew that was going to happen to me.
Well, yeah.
And
It's a
failed
full
to.
body massage.
That's like too invasive.
It is pretty invasive.
Yeah,
It was
not
so
appropriate.
Funny. It was so funny.
Not appropriate.
Okay, so not in the butt area for
Nope.
this, but you want it to vibrate and all the stuff everywhere else.
Do all the things, but that I don't like
Drain
that.
my lymphatic system.
Ooh, I would like that.
There we go.
That's a good idea. We can-
Hold on.
Remember Hope?
You're not even on,
Hope,
so
remember?
people.
Let's
I can
We're
already do
draining
it.
our
Open the
lymphatic
Jared, do
pathways.
it. Jared, do it. Go
open
like
them
this.
halfway.
It opens up your lymph nodes and then it drains.
Literally, I'm like swallowing.
Navy
Always.
SEALs do this
Do they?
to prepare for going into
It's not working on me.
You're not draining. You don't.
That's
You're good.
something.
I'm not
then. You're
draining.
drained.
I must have drained last night.
You did.
I did drain last night.
You
Must
did.
be all I got.
That's all you got.
That's all you got.
You're
Are
clear.
you
You're clear.
dehydrated? Maybe that's why your vision is blurry.
Ooh. Yeah. Have you had any
I don't
electrolytes or any like salt
She's
or
like,
anything?
I don't know if I have.
You're drinking purified water. You're probably completely like she has no minerals at
No,
all.
I bet.
That's true.
Okay.
I might.
You
that
might
might
need
be it.
electrolyte.
I'm depleted. I
not
know
only
that.
sugar, but salt.
Some salt.
Deficient.
Yeah. Some
Yeah.
sea salt.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
I can't barely see. That's great. I would be
gonna
lying
be
if I
fun.
didn't tell you. I was a little concerned. Well, I was a little concerned. I'm looking at Talia and over to my left, and I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah.
She's blurry right now, and I can't see my screen really great. So I was like, this is not good. I couldn't even barely. I had to send you that text that I had to
Yeah.
send you, Vanessa.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't barely read when I'm writing her.
Oh my
my
God.
God.
This is not good.
Always
I
keep
didn't
it
know that
interesting.
could happen. I didn't know, but you know what? One of the last times I fasted, it happened when I was driving down the road. I was like, it's getting blurry.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's not good.
That's not good. Maybe not.
I'm going to take a break.
Okay.
I'm going to take a break. I don't know how. I was thinking like next year, I'm like, I'm going to take a break from fasting. And I was talking to the Lord about it, but I love it so much because of how dramatic it makes your life and it changes. I'm like, what am I going to do? Because I'm not sure I can go without fasting. Like, what do you do? It's powerful. I mean, it is powerful. If you haven't done it.
I know. It is.
Yeah.
You got to, I mean, it almost becomes such an integral part of your life.
Yeah. I can usually tell who doesn't or who hasn't lived a lifestyle of fasting because typically they're very impulsive.
Really?
Carnal,
Yes,
too.
yes. Like
Very carnal.
they react very quickly. Because like when you fast, I really do believe you've like told your flesh no so many times, and you start to see like the good effect of not being so like real quick, like quick to anger, quick to this.
But I will tell you though, if you do too many things, like I have fasted so much all my life, but like when I did 2 jobs, I did the
that could
church
totally
and
be
then I had a
something.
regular job,
Yeah.
and then I would have my household job. Like I was like always on edge because there's so many people, and I did sales. There's so many people asking you questions, so many people needing your help. Then you go home and you're a mom and you're a wife and then you have your house. But then you have the church and you add that. I was spread so thin that I don't even know if enough fasting would have helped me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Sometimes people, you can fast all you want to, but if you're not using wisdom in your lifestyle, I don't know if it really
I was
matters.
just going to say, I don't know if you're supposed to be spread that thin.
That too.
Probably not.
That too.
Because I was like always on edge.
Yeah.
Like if one more person asks me one more question or
Right.
needs one more thing from me, I think I'm going to go nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You needed some downtime.
Yeah, there's not enough, and there's not enough because if you go and take a vacation, and there's a lot of people that understand what I'm talking about right now, but even if you go on a vacation, you don't literally start decompressing until like Wednesday, and you left on Friday, you got there on Saturday, and you're returning and back on Sunday. So how many days do you really have to enjoy your vacation? Not very many because you just start decompressing. And most of the time, all my jobs, I had to answer calls and work. Because that's sales.
Yeah.
So are you off? No.
Right? No, you're not.
My
You're never
cortisol
off.
would be like through
You're what?
my cortisol, my stress hormone.
I was very stressed.
Yeah.
I lived a lifestyle, and I
That's
pretty
hard.
much. So I don't know. Like, I think you're right, but not if you were like me.
Right. No, you're always the unicorn. But I'll usually ask people when they're very impulsive. I'll say, "Have you ever fasted?" And they usually say no.
Really?
Yeah. But I think most people don't. Like, they don't even think, they don't even know what to do. Like, what do you mean fast? Because a lot of people are new believers. Like, a lot of people that come to Abide, they either have been here long enough, they know about fasting, or if they're new. And it's funny because, like, when we do Abide, everybody kind of knows, like, the tone that's there. So, like, people don't typically come in and immediately complain about something. It's just, it's like everybody kind of looks around. Like, it's weird when somebody starts complaining about something because we come in with praise reports and we come in with the word and then we end with prayer requests. There's not really opportunity to complain.
Yeah.
So when somebody does.
And we're not complainers, so
We're
you
not.
attract what you are.
True.
And the word says not to.
And the word says not to. So when somebody comes in with that, aggression kind of thing, I'm usually like, have you ever fasted ever? Like, have you ever tried that? And they're like, no. I'm like,
It's a life changer.
I can tell.
It's a life changer.
So I wonder if you fasting during that season of life actually did keep you beyond
From going off the edge?
Yeah.
Like going over to the Tampa Bay Bridge
Yes.
before they had the fence
or
over it,
ending
and
up
just
in the news.
going for a dive.
that never crossed my mind. But I will tell you, man, it is
That's
like
too much. Yeah.
it's too much.
know.
Like Heather has said stuff to me like she thinks because I think she has said it like this. I think me getting older has toned me down. I'm like, no, that's not it. Like going to one job.
Yeah.
One job
I
has
think
helped
that's
me
the factor. Yeah.
It's a huge factor.
We're not
decompress.
supposed to be spread that thin.
No, 'cause-
it's like when Sarah was telling me yesterday, it was like, how do you get all these
Yeah.
these things out? I was like, I don't have 2 full-time jobs.
Right.
Yeah.
So I can do a lot,
Right.
or in
Yeah.
her eyes, I can accomplish more at home because I'm not being pulled anywhere else.
Right.
You know what? It was so funny. I had a friend. I was just thinking about this morning. I had a friend who, like, did nothing. Her kids went to school. She was a stay-at-home wife. Her husband worked. I, at the time, was doing the church, homeschooling my kids, and I think I did part-time something, but I don't remember exactly what it was. Because when I homeschool my kids, I like majorly did that. And she would tell me, and her house was only 200 tops square feet bigger than mine. She would say to me, I have to break it up. I have to break up my house in sections and clean it because it wasn't cleaner than mine. And it wasn't deep cleaning she was doing, but she goes, it's just too much. And I thought to myself, I homeschool my kids. I have to do the church and whatever else I was doing. And I get my house done in one day. Like, must be nice. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's the mentality of people, though.
Yeah.
Like how much they can handle. And I'm like, oh my
all
gosh.
perspective.
Everyone has a different capacity.
Yeah.
And they used to say to me, I could
Yeah.
never do all that you do. And I'm like, you really can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you
So what do you
stretched
put your
yourself?
mind to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you know you have to do something, then you should be able to do it. But then there are that are like, I just can't.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've never been that person. I've never been a person that looked at something and said, I can't. It's like, oh, I can't. Let me figure this out.
Yeah, because your capacity is larger than, let's say, like your friends.
I don't know if
And
I
it's
don't
a parable
know.
of the talents. Like he gives according to your ability. Like to some he gave 10, to others he gave 5 or 3. I don't know it verbatim, but he gave
Yeah, I know what
according
you're
to
saying.
their ability.
I think it's to their faithfulness, or maybe it is their ability. I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Yeah,
And then they prove themselves.
right. And then it's what you do with what is given to you. If you, because I also believe that even
That's
if you
true.
have a smaller capacity, there is opportunity to grow
True.
your capacity by being a good steward.
Yeah,
And
he
then
who is
more
faithful
is
with the
given to
little
you.
will be faithful with
Yeah.
much. So that's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
But you have the choice, right? You can either stay and bury your talent and do nothing with it,
Yeah.
and what was given to you is then taken away, or
Yeah.
you can
Say,
increase.
I don't know, can't.
Well, and that's your default.
yeah.
Like,
figure
that's the
out how to
difference
do
with,
it.
with Hope's default
Literally.
is I'll figure it out, and her default
That's why
probably
you got
is not.
the 10 talents.
Yeah. That's
or the
it.
10 jobs. I wanted to commit suicide. Or kill somebody else. It's
I
really
was gonna
not.
say,
It wasn't going to kill
probably
me.
isn't you.
That's going to
Yeah.
kill somebody else.
Right. You're ready to take
Possibly.
somebody
Whoever's in my
Children.
path, like my kids. I'm taking you out. There's one too many of you.
Oh my God.
Some days there might have been too many.
Too many. Yeah, exactly.
Funny.
But
it's
yeah,
crazy.
life is, it's funny. Like that's
Yeah.
funny though. Interesting. I am getting my vision back.
Oh,
Praise
good.
the Lord.
It's getting less blurry. It's still blurry,
The
but
Musketeers. That's what it is.
Oh my God.
the sugar.
It was.
gosh, I don't know if it was Natalie or who did I tell you that told me it was my blood sugar that caused me to have that problem when I did the
No,
last.
I don't remember, but you did say somebody
Yeah.
told
Yeah,
you.
which I didn't know that could do that to you. I was like, oh my gosh, I never even thought about that. I just thought I was very hungry. Like, you're so hungry, you can't think.
Exactly.
Your brain needs fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
who
it
knew?
does.
And
Yes,
your
it
brain
does.
needs water too, which I
does.
just learned. And I don't drink enough of it.
I drink it with stuff.
Oh, that's not
Wait,
drinking
first ingredients.
it.
First ingredients.
Water?
Water.
Okay.
It's fine.
Do you
Drink
not
water
drink
without-
water, Tracy?
I do because I'm very thirsty
I can't
Wait a minute. I'm not talking about it.
in the middle of the night.
Oh my gosh.
Diet Coke is 90% water.
Diet Coke is 90%
So
water.
it does count.
It does.
No, it does
It's
not.
just
It
a
has
little
salt
syrup.
in it.
Oh, yes, chat.
Salt's good
So
for you.
Salt's
if
good
I
for you.
add Crystal
Guys.
Light into my water, does that
Doesn't count.
count?
If
I
mine
drink-
doesn't count, yours doesn't count.
I started doing what Tom does. He drinks like a teeny tiny bit of Gatorade with the rest of it water. And then you get your electrolytes.
Yeah. Because a lot of it is you need
all
the
sugar and
minerals
Gatorade.
Still. You can't just drink plain water.
You can't. You need minerals. Yeah.
Yep.
So many rules.
I don't like them.
I know me either.
But I do like water.
That's good.
So that's not a problem for me. You apparently do not.
I just don't get thirsty.
That's my problem. I don't get
So
thirsty.
I forget.
I just don't. It's boring.
And then my tongue sticks to the roof of my mouth.
And then you
And
go,
I'm like,
oh.
You're
I
about to
think I'm
pass out.
dehydrated.
That would
Not a
make
lot
sense.
of. I don't know if anybody wants to hear our opinions or learn a daggum thing from us because I'm not quite sure you would. You might leave stupider than you came in.
Maybe.
Probably. That's okay. We're going to do something new next season.
What is that?
We're doing something new next season.
Yeah, no questions.
Join us
You might be
next
dumber.
year.
Next year.
Join us next year.
Yeah.
So funny.
So we were talking about joy,
Yes.
and we're going to finish up on joy.
I love it.
And there's many facets to it about being joy, but I'm going to catch you up to where we kind of left off, which is staying connected with people who bring life.
Yes.
Okay.
I love that.
Because I'm telling you right now, isolation, I was just telling somebody this morning, isolation is the devil's workshop.
Yep.
And iron sharpens iron, and that's good and everything. And you need to make sure that the iron that you are sharpening with is actually the same mindset as you. You have to have people who believe the same way or extremely close. I mean, do I have non-Christian friends? Yeah, not very many. Like, and are they like really close to me? Nope. Mm-mm. And the word is very clear on that you shouldn't. Bad morals corrupts good character. So don't have anybody very close in your life that's not saved. You can have acquaintances and people that you socialize with on a smaller scale, but everybody who is very close to you or in your sphere, I would say my life is very similar to biblical. Okay, Jesus had 12 disciples. They were close to him, but then he had 3 who were very close to him. And I would say I try to replicate that in my life. And even one of those 12s was a backstabber, okay? Because that's life. That's how life is going to be. You're not going to have everybody who stays in your life is going to stay in your life. Like, people are going to come and go, and people are going to, like, excuse my language, but screw you over, and you got to be able to handle it. That's like putting yourself out there. That's life. And you can't allow them to ruin your life by whether or not they stay, loyal or whatever, but you have to put yourself out there, and you have to be a person that's picky and choosy. I am very picky about who I allow in my inner circle. And usually it takes a very long time for you to get in my inner circle. And the reason why is I like myself. And I am not just desperate for anybody. So I watch, I observe, and I say pros and cons. I mean, most people don't do this, but when you pick somebody to be in your life, you should go, what is this person's pros and what is this person's cons? And if the pros far away, and you can't do it when you've only known them for 2 weeks, I know them is what people have told me. I know them. I'm like, you don't know them. You don't know anybody until you've been friends with them or allowed yourself to be around them for at least 6 months.
I say 4 seasons.
But I'm not talking about relationships. Hey, sometimes
No, true.
sometimes friendships are like that. I'm not really one to let people come in real fast unless it has been years. Mm-hmm. But I will socialize with you. But I don't even socialize with a lot of people. Mm-hmm. I won't go out with people to dinner unless I really like you. Unless it's a work thing for me. Yeah. Then I will. But I have to really like you to spend my off time with you. Yeah. It's got to have some value. But you got to weigh pros and cons. Oh my gosh. Somebody's texting me. Sorry about that. Sorry. I thought it was something else. There's pros and cons, and you need to be picky. Do their pros far outweigh their cons? If they do not, then you do not. I wish people would understand their value. Unless you're a negative and you have more cons, then you're not going to understand your value because like you choose to be lesser of who you should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And until you become a quality person, you're not going to attract quality. And that's the facts. But I mean, for me personally, and I would think I can speak pretty honestly and transparent about both of you guys. Like you have a lot of people you know. There ain't a lot of people that you would go on vacation with.
True.
Word.
That's how you know. Like if I'll go on vacation with you, or I would say more so my husband. My husband will go on a trip with you, then you're probably pretty special because he's so particular about who we have in our inner circle.
Yeah.
I mean, those people are going to know the ins and outs of you.
Right.
And they can't use that stuff against you.
Right.
And a lot of people will. Like later on, if you tick them off, then they're going to be like, whatever. So
True.
I'm turning this off. Sorry. What do you say?
Agree.
Yeah. You become the average of the people that you surround yourself with,
Yeah.
pretty much. And it's biological. We have these things called mirror neurons in our brain.
Oh, here we go.
Literally.
I love this.
This is true.
It's true.
Keep
And
studying.
so
Keep studying. I love this.
So, the people that you surround yourself with, you start picking up their mannerisms. You start picking up their like inside, like that's why you have inside jokes. You start picking up these things. I find myself saying some of the things that my friends say, and so it's biologically we have these mirror neurons that will do that. So when you know this, you need to be extremely picky with the people you surround yourself with, because do you want to be picking up toxicity? Or do you want to be picking up faith? You got to choose.
Yeah. Because, one of the things I have in here is iron sharpens all iron. But if you are iron, your iron is sharpening with something dull. Like, and there's a lot of dull blades out there.
Yep.
And that will ultimately affect you. Your iron, what you're sharpening yourself against, will eventually, you won't be sharp. You'll become like that very thing. Is it worth it? I don't think so.
Not for me.
Not for me.
Right.
I like having accountability. I like knowing that if there's something that someone sees, then they're like, I don't know if you noticed this, but
Yeah.
this has affected you, or if you do this isn't the smartest decision, or like that's wrong. You shouldn't have done it that way. That's one of the things that I absolutely love about Tom, that he is quick to correct so that it betters me.
Yeah.
And there's a right way and a wrong way, but I mean, he is very quick to correct, just because, like, if I say something that isn't faith-based, or he's like, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Like,
Yes.
make sure those words that you're saying, they don't return void, just like the word doesn't. So they have a return. Make sure that return is something that you want to receive. And I'm like, it's so true. And it's not being the word police. It's actually being someone that it cares enough about you that the reaping and sowing is like super important. That what you're going to receive is something that's worth something instead of detrimental. And I don't know, like even there are things that when I have to handle something church-wise, he's great at giving really good advice on, I'm not telling you you have to do it this way, but I'm saying to you, if you did, this might be the better alternative.
Right.
Like all those things, if you have really good counsel, they just make you better. Like you have to be teachable. You have to be humble, speak truth and love, all those things. And that makes you a really good friend. But then it also, if you're able to receive all those things, it makes you also a really good friend.
Yep.
Yeah. For sure.
Yep.
I don't know.
So be picky.
Be picky. Be very picky. You're worth something. Like a lot of times people always are concerned about who they marry, but I'm like, be concerned about who you're friends with as well. Because that's a reward that keeps on reaping as well.
Right.
Like, and discernment is like huge. Like Norma always corrects me. She's like, you're very discerning, but I don't think like, because I have a lot of people who are very discerning.
Yeah.
Like their discernment is way leaps and bounds ahead of mine. But learn to use your discernment, because you know when it's like, this is not right. This does not sit right. This isn't right. Learn to be very discerning in that, or discerning in relationships. Because there have been times that you think that, oh, this is a great person, and then something just, the Holy Spirit will click in, and then later on you realize, yeah, they were a fraud. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
You want to add?
I watch people's patterns. So somebody there's like things on Instagram that say like, when people show you who they are, believe them. And that is true too, like to an extent.
Yeah.
But if you watch people's patterns over time, eventually you can kind of like see the sum of it. And so if like 9 out of 10 times when something goes wrong, they act this way, then you kind of know what to expect from certain people. And if you don't have the capacity to handle, the way that they react, then how close can you get to them? So there's certain things that I just pay attention to. And that's guided me well with friends. Some people like are real quick to talk about somebody else, or they're real quick to turn their back if somebody hurts their feelings,
interesting. That is actually, keep going. That's very interesting.
Yeah. Or like if somebody lets them down, they're real quick to like, it's the quickness of it. You can see there's not a lot of grace. So if there's a certain person that like really has a hard time showing people grace, then I'm just cautious, because like I know I need grace. Like I'm forgetful. I have a lot on my plate. I like things. I have a family. I have to put certain things first. And so, if I like don't respond to a text message right away, like I tell people like, listen, I'm doing my best. And so if it's really important, call me. Even though I don't love phone calls, I'll know it's really important.
Yeah.
And so there's just certain things. And then when people understand, like, then I give them that same grace. If they don't respond to me right away and it's really important, then I call them or I text them and say, hey, this is urgent. Like, just let me know when you get it. But I don't know. I gauge people like based off patterns.
Yeah. And if they're talking about
So
other
true.
people with you,
Yeah.
I usually like I make a mental note of that,
Right.
because that means they'll do the same.
They are.
About me.
They are.
With other people.
They are.
They 100% are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know it. Like you said, you know it. And so,
Yeah.
I watch patterns with people.
That is such a great thing, because a lot of people don't know how to pick.
Right.
That is a great little tool to put in your tool
like a
belt.
life hack.
And you can't like, if you, let's say like you have like a box over here for like people that like just have shown they're not trustworthy. You can't like keep them in there forever. You have to keep watching, because most people don't change, but some people do. And so like, as much as you wouldn't want to be stuck in a situation that just because like, and you've been really like, Vanessa's over here learning about her brain and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
we're like, she messes up one time, we're like, see, she has no idea what she's doing.
Right.
And then you can't do that to people.
Yeah.
It's not, there's no extreme. And so, but it is safe to put somebody over here knowing that they weren't trustworthy in 5 situations out of 6. And so just be cautious of that. Like, it doesn't mean that you turn your back to them. Like you said, you can have acquaintances, you can still disciple people, but just like, maybe you're not spending every waking moment texting them and
intimate
checking
with
on them, or you're not sharing stuff with them. If they've proven they're not trustworthy, be very cautious of what you're sharing with somebody.
Yeah, you know what? I never even thought about that, because that's a great guide for people, because there are a lot of people, like for me, like I look at those things, but I would never think to tell people. I use my discernment, like if I feel like somebody's not being honest, or if somebody's being exaggerative, if somebody is talking about somebody behind their back, but they're doing it with me, there are specific things that I look at, like if somebody's trying to manipulate a situation, I instantly, if I don't know you that well, and I see all of these different signs, I'm like, this is not good.
Right.
Because I question how deep of a walk they actually have to be able to do that so easily.
Right.
But secondly, I sit there and go, well, I definitely won't want this person to be my friend because for me, trust is the number one thing for me in any and every relationship.
Yeah.
And if I can't trust you, we're not going to be friends. That's
can't.
number one.
Right.
And trust, it revolves around so many different parts of your life. From, do I trust you financially? Do I trust you personally with personal information? Do I trust you with my family? I mean, there's so many people don't understand. Trust is like the core to every single thing in a relationship.
When you trust somebody too, like even your mental space is clear because you're not constantly thinking. Like when you say something, you're like, oh crap, what if they tell, or what if they thought? Like it's just when you trust somebody, it's just like easy. Like
Super
I never like when I tell Vanessa something that maybe I need her to pray for me, like with me about something. Yeah, my personal information. Yeah. I'm not like, oh no, like go to bed at night. Like what if she tells somebody else, and what if they find out, and what if they think this? Like there is no mental like confusion or frustration or whatever it is space that I just trust her. You know.
Yeah.
And you don't have to tell everybody everything either. Like,
no,
it's okay. Like Vanessa doesn't know every single thing I'm going through, and we're very, very close. And I don't know everything she's going through.
But that's okay.
And that's okay.
Totally.
It is.
It's okay to just you and your husband or you and God work things out together. That's okay.
Yeah. It's so, because here, and then the thing is people are going to, I mean, the closer they are to you, the more they're going to know.
Right.
And people forget about that.
Yeah.
They totally forget about that. If people live with you, they know you real well.
Yes.
And you got to like make sure that stays. My parents used to always say this when growing up, whatever happens in these four walls stays in these four walls. It's not because they were beating the crap out of us and they didn't want anybody to know. It's because we're a family. Yeah. And what our family is either exposed to or deals with, whether it be, sometimes my parents were in ministry to certain extents, and they had different people that they were either talking to or helping with or ministering and discipling. And we would walk in and we would hear things. And like, that needed to stay in the house. Like that was private, personal business. Right. And sometimes whatever happens in your family should stay in your family. Absolutely. The world doesn't need to know about it. So the closer people are and they come and go in and out of your house, the more they are exposed and the more information they get. Right. I have a pastor who said to me one time about another pastor that the more they've allowed people to live in their home, those people that live in their home and they've helped disrespect or lose respect for them, and then they bash them afterwards. And it's like, that's because they got to know them too well and they realize they're real. They're real people.
Yeah.
They're normal. You know, you got to trust people that after they find out that you're real and you're normal, that they're not going to bash you behind your back. If you own a business, you know what I'm talking about. Your employees, the closer they get to you, oftentimes they disrespect you. Yep. Am I wrong, ladies?
You're not wrong.
It's crazy. Yeah. But the truth of the matter is the closer you get to people, the more the love and the respect should grow. That is not the way it works. So be very picky and very choosy. And when you see signs, like signs of manipulation, signs of untruths being spoken, you know if somebody's telling you the truth or not. Ask questions, man. Yeah. Like if you know that they're talking about somebody else behind their back, like confront that and say, you know what? That's a sign that, like, I don't know if that's good. First of all, it's a sin. Second of all, I mean, if you're trying to get close to me, that's not the way to do it. I mean, you got to be honest. You know me.
It's true.
I would say it.
Yeah.
Only because later on when people are like, you've distanced yourself, I'm going to be like, yeah.
I know.
There's reasons.
And I don't want to know. So like, don't tell me.
I know. Oh my gosh.
I will, if God wants me to know, I will find out. I always do.
Because whatever's done in the dark will be exposed in the light,
right.
And people don't know that.
Right.
It's going to come out.
It is going to come out. And the
it
thing,
always
like
does.
what you were saying about like things happening in families, like families have things. They go through things and then they resolve it. So
Yes.
that's why it doesn't need to go out to the whole world. It's the
Right.
same with you and your friend. Like if you and your friend are having issues, it's going to get resolved. So I'd just rather not know. Tell me that you guys are having a great day. Like tell me everything's good now. And that's great. But I
Right.
don't want to get involved in everybody's
Right.
drama. Like
Right.
honestly, I don't care because I
Especially
either it'll resolve or you'll move
Yeah.
on and I don't need to know.
Right.
It always resolves.
Almost
Right.
always.
And
Because-
they're good, and then you're left with like, oh, you just vomited all over.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
Or you,
100%.
yeah, exactly. And my thing too is like how many people, like everybody, like you have to say, like I don't think like Tom. Tom doesn't think like me.
Right.
Thank God.
Yeah.
When you're married, you become one, but you do still have differing opinions. How you resolve those differing opinions sometimes, like, isn't perfect. And it should be because the word tells us to not argue, grumble, complain, and all that other stuff. It should be perfect, but it's not. And so that should stay private. But if we all thought alike, we'd be in big trouble.
Yeah.
So like keep the personal information personal. Like, and when you fight with your spouse, you don't need to tell everybody. Because you might be destroying that person's character. If you're a husband and you're bashing your wife to somebody, later on you're going to resolve that with your wife, and then your friend's going to have an opinion about her, and you're not going to be able to. You love her. That person doesn't love her, and you're not going to be able to correct that.
Right.
True.
Right.
It causes wedges
Oh yeah.
Be very
Absolutely it
careful.
does. Yep.
because people are people at the end of the day. So give joy away. Back to what
picky
we're talking about.
and give joy.
But if you think about it, if you follow all this information and all this advice, you'll find
It
joy.
leads to joy.
It will lead to joy.
It will lead to joy.
because you'll have great people in your life. And if you have people that are talking bad about you and you start removing them from your life, guess what? Your life's going to become more joyful.
Literally.
And chaotic and dramatic.
Yeah, all
By
of it.
default.
Stay clear of people who love drama.
Literally, yes. Yeah.
I'm just telling you, people
Yeah.
who love drama are not good friends. And they never will be, and they never are.
Yeah.
They're fun for a season,
Yeah.
and then the drama turns on you.
Yeah.
So stay away from them.
Yeah. And
It's
a lot
not
of times
good.
people who love drama is because they lack purpose. If you're doing and you're busy doing kingdom work, you have zero time for drama.
True.
No,
Like zero.
You don't.
So find purpose.
Yeah. I like that.
well, and you know what? Here's the thing: you say that, but that's the next thing I was going to say. When you serve others
Yeah.
Yeah.
and give generously,
Yeah.
what does that produce? Joy
Generosity.
multiplies, and you will multiply in joy.
Right.
Okay, because blessings not only blessing when you bless others, you're not only blessing them, you're blessing yourself.
Right.
So if you serve others, if you just get outside of yourself, get away from the drama, and you serve others and you give generously. And I'm not talking about financial. I'm talking about giving generously. Like right now, there's going to be a Christmas party in Kids Rock. And we have people back there giving generously of their time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That play, I'm telling you right now, it looks unbelievable back there. But they are blessing those kids. And not only will they be blessing them, they will be blessed by the time. And they're having fun back there, laughing, joking around, and enjoying each other. Proverbs 11:25 says, the generous will prosper. So whatever sowed these people are, whatever seed they're sowing back there is going to come back to them. The generous will prosper. Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. How many of us need that? I mean, like we all need
love
that. Super important. And so, like, think outside of yourself. A lot of times with Christmas, we're always thinking about giving a gift, but it's not really. Last night, Vanessa did the sweetest and kindest thing. I think it was Monday. She sent me a text and she said, what if we did a hope hotline?
I said, hear me out.
Yeah, because she knows I'll usually say no. Yeah, hear me out. What if we did a hope hotline Christmas party at my house? And I was like, oh, I like that idea because I don't get to spend a lot of time with these girls outside of, here. And I was like, oh, that would be so much fun. We did nothing we absolutely did nothing but sit, eat, laugh, joke around, play a game of Kahoot, which was super fun, like and
Dominated
funny.
the game.
Of course you did.
And thank you very much. We just had so much fun, and literally there was no monetary value involved outside of the food that was served. Like there's something precious and sweet about back in the day, that's all people really cared about at Christmas time is the joy of spending it with their family and friends. You know, and if we really focused on that being the main reason, I think, but this thing right here has gotten in the way so much that we think we are connecting and we are not connecting.
You're absolutely right.
It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous to live a very busy life, trying to fit as much as you can in and not really sitting down and being still and quiet. Not only with your relationship with the Lord, but your relationship with others. Face-to-face time is way more value, has way more value than text to text. If that makes sense.
It absolutely does.
I don't know. There's something very beautiful and special about it. And no gift, not one gift can replace that.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved last night.
Me too.
That was way better than the towel heater that Vanessa got me for Christmas. That's sitting on my desk. And listen, I'm really excited to use that sucker.
Same.
But she got one for it. But I'm just saying, I could care less. Like
know.
last night, I'll have way more of last night's than I will the other stuff.
Yeah, especially with like social media and everything is just like you said, on here, we lose that connection, like that one-on-one connection, and that's something that I'm trying, especially moving forward, to do more.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, Jer had the kids at youth tell us like what's something that they learned from youth or something that really affected them this last year, and almost every single one of them, I mean, they were like bawling their eyes out, especially Emma, but like how much that they've connected as friends, and that they never knew they could have friends like this, and
That's a good youth group.
I know. And like some of the kids are like, I've been around really bad kids before, and I finally have found people that like actually care about me.
Almost
and now
every single one of them.
every single one.
Said it was about connecting.
Yeah, there is, and they mean it. Because they could have said like, "Oh, I love that we can talk on the chat together anytime." It's not. It's the connection that they have in person, because there's such a lack of it.
Even in their own families.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
Most
especially.
kids grew up in daycare.
Right.
So at a very young age,
Yep.
they were very disconnected.
Yes.
Yep.
Or don't have like their families are literally broken apart because mom's not doing well. They're living with grandparents. Something like it's a mess.
Or divorce.
Or divorce, or dad's not around, or there's a lot of broken families.
A lot.
So they
very
don't
sad.
even have that, like, so when they feel something, like one of the kids was saying how like me and Jer are so genuine, and a couple of their friends, and they're like, I just want to be like that, but I'm like, it's Jesus inside of us. Like, it's not me and Jer. Like they're so attracted to the Jesus inside of us, which is a reflection of our youth group, because that's what our youth group's feeling. Like they're like, I didn't know I could have such good friends, but it's because these kids literally have Jesus. So they're just reflecting Jesus to each other, and it's so cool. It's just, it's so fun to watch, because that is like 9th to 12th grade. Once you start getting to those grades, like if there's nothing to like live for, they just start to go their own way.
It's a crossroad period.
It really is.
In their life, they can either go down the path of faith in Jesus, or they can go down the path of destruction.
Right.
And
It's so true.
I am a product of youth ministry. I had an amazing youth pastor. I was connected to an amazing youth group, and that's what kept me on the straight and narrow. It really did. It made a huge, huge difference.
Yeah. And a lot of times parents are looking for a youth ministry to save their kid.
Yes.
And I mean, if it's done right, I see there's a huge youth ministry that is national, And most of the time, that ministry is not done right. It's very permissive. It's very unifying. It's like very blended in other Christian denominations. So there's really no strong message provided. I've seen that where it's a hookup and it's a fun time and it's a social gathering. And all those people are, they will tell you it's made a difference in their life. And I would say it's not a good difference. It's a difference as far as now you have friends, you have people to hang out with, and always a prospect hopefully around the corner walking in. But when you do youth ministry right, it is all God driven. And it's only challenging people to change in their walks with God, not providing them the worldly goodness and Elks Club Christian social club.
Yeah.
Which, will you save some in that? Yeah.
Right.
Because God will work all things together for his good.
Yes,
but
he
is
will.
that the best?
Right.
No, it's
Right.
not. It's very permissive, very compromising. And so it can be good or bad. In youth group, and a lot of times people will send these people to, like, parents will send their kids to this national program thinking, this is great, let's go, you'll go away for camp for a week, or you'll do this, and all you're doing is ushering your kid into a lukewarm walk with God. It's very dangerous. I will say that what you were saying is people see Jesus in you guys. I'm going to bring it right back to what we're talking about as far as joy, but that is joy. Like, Jesus, if you were to look at a mathematical equation, joy is a fruit of the Holy Spirit, which goes right back to the very beginning of this podcast, which was joy is a fruit of the Spirit. The Holy Spirit and Jesus and God are the Trinity, right? Joy is, if you looked at a mathematical equation, you would look at joy equals and then Jesus himself. They go hand in hand. It's a spiritual thing that you must do to walk in joy. Joy is not a mood. It is not something that you can just, like, it's not like happiness.
Right.
Joy is supernatural.
Yeah.
There are times in my life where I have been very, very miserable, very unhappy. And then I had to determine, okay, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Are you going to make this spiritual? Or are you going to make this carnal? And when I made the right decision, I made it spiritual, which means my attitude had to change. I went from being, down in the dumps or focused on my problem to saying, you know what, this is God's, this is not mine, and I put on joy. And I walked things out, not in the way that my eyes could see them, but in the supernatural, which is, it's already taken care of. Victory is mine. Now I can walk in joy.
Yeah.
I can walk in peace because it's not my problem. It's God's.
Right.
Go ahead, girls.
100%. Happiness is conditional. It depends on the conditions around you. And joy is unconditional. You can have joy even in the hard moments. You can have joy even when you're walking through the valley of the shadow of death. And so that's how I kind of like frame it in my head. I rather joy any day of the week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed. I'm going to close with this. I wrote this down. I'm going to try and paraphrase it as best as I can, but this is really what it's all about. And so I'm going to try and do this as fast as I possibly can, and then we'll close out. I'll do sponsors, and then we'll close out the best way that I can. But joy is about perspective. Christmas in particular, a lot of times people have a very, very hard time depending on what their life circumstances are. We've already talked about them, from having a loss of a loved one to financially not having the money to being just in a really bad place. Sometimes it's spiritual, because spiritually you're in a bad place.
Right.
And so you're like, spiritual turmoil. I've been there. Like woke up Christmas morning, hadn't had really been so busy that my walk with the Lord felt distant. Okay, that stinks. It's all fixable though.
Right.
But one thing I would tell you is this is all about making room for Jesus. And a lot of times that's not what we do. But if you remember, when Jesus was born, there was no room for him. Mm-hmm. And I really thought about this. And I'm like, there was no room for Jesus when he came into this world. Think about this. The first Christmas was unplanned. It was inconvenient. It was humble, and it was disruptive, right? Mm-hmm. Luke 2:7 says, born in a manger, not in a palace. God didn't come to impress the world, but he came to redeem it. And if we keep our focus on what's truly important, then you can't help but to have joy in this season. Because it's a celebration about who God is to us. And who is God to us? The word says that in Isaiah 7:14, he says he is Emmanuel, which is Emmanuel, God with us. Like so many people would love, they walk around with voids. They're serving and they have all these other like religions that they have in their lives, but none of them bring them peace. I mean, the Muslims are bitter, angry, and hateful. And I mean, there are Muslims that are not, but I'm saying that religion is one of, if you don't believe like we do, you will be killed. Okay. Then it's like Buddha, there's Hindu. None of those had a God that literally came from being rich to poor, giving up everything so that we might have everything and while we're on this earth. And then after that, we have eternity with him. After dying for us and raising from the dead in 3 days. Mm-hmm. No other religion has that. We have Isaiah 17, which is Emmanuel, God with us. What other religion has that? None. Find joy. You have it. The Word became flesh. Jesus became flesh for each and every single one of us. John 1:14 says that. Mm-hmm. For each and every single one of us. Jesus did that. He did not have to come down here. But you were worthy enough for him to do so. It's not about what we give. It's about who was given to us. Do you make room for him? That's what I would ask you. And you might say, well, I feel stale. I feel cold. I feel numb. And I would say to you, it's because just like when Jesus came to this earth, he came to a place that had no room for him, but an inn, which was actually like the inn didn't have room for him. So he had to go to a manger. And the manger wasn't like a barn. It was a cave. And it was cold. It's not, you don't get to come to him on your terms. That's not how it works. Your relationship with Jesus isn't on your terms. You don't get to put him in a box and he fits that mold. No, that's why you're miserable. That's why you're unhappy. That's why you have no joy. In the presence of Jesus, there is joy evermore. Isn't that what the word says? Yep. Mm-hmm. You're not in his presence. You're in your presence and saying, Lord, you have to accept my terms. That's not how it works. You will be miserable, you will be cold, and you will be very numb and unhappy because you're not in his presence because you haven't made room for him. So I would say to you this, if you want your life to change, then you have to change your perspective on everything. Everything. And once you open up your life to the way he says it should be, you will have so much joy, so much peace. You will be so full that you won't be able to contain all that he has for you and all that you have to give to others. Because it's not about just you. It's about the others that you can touch. And we focus so much on ourselves, and that's probably one of the biggest problems we as Christians have. It's give me, give me, give me when we go to Jesus. Fix that, do this, give me this. It's never, Lord, what can I do for you? Who can I touch? Who can I reach? It's always about self. And as soon as you get outside of yourself and extend yourself, create relationship, not with just him, but with others, iron sharpening iron, your life will never be the same. Just like Jesus came to save, to heal, to restore, to bring peace, you have the same ability. Jesus said, not only will you do what I do, but you'll do greater things. So you have the ability to offer salvation. You have the ability to heal. You have the ability to help restore. And you have the ability to bring peace. What are you going to do? And once you start operating in those things, it's just like the ladies that are back there now working in our Kids Rock area. They are blessing someone else. And while they're blessing someone else, they are being blessed. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's joy.
Right.
That is joy.
Yep.
And a lot of times people think it's really about what can you do for me?
Right.
It's not what you can do for me. It's what can I do for you? That's joy.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah. And then I'm going to do my... You know what? Hold on before we go ahead. Let me do this, and then let's have you finish up your thoughts, because I would love to hear what you have to say, girls. Mm-hmm. Real Estate Appraisal Associates of Southwest Florida, Inc. is owned by Laura Keller, and I have a feeling that next year, with the interest rates dropping...
Yeah. Let's go.
Listen, you're going to need her services.
Let's go.
Trust me.
I'm ready.
Since 2005... Let's go. I bet you are, because I know why.
I am. Let's go.
I know why. Since 2005, Real Estate Appraisal Associates has delivered some of the most accurate certified home appraisals in Southwest Florida. With clear upfront pricing, no hidden fees, and fast turnaround times, they make the appraisal process simple and stress-free. No more waiting weeks for results. Your appraisal is typically completed within 2 to 4 days. Why get an appraisal? There are several smart reasons to have a certified evaluation or a certified valuation done. Selling your home will ensure that you're not underpricing your property. Inheriting a property, you help avoid unnecessary taxes, property tax concerns. It'll confirm your home is assessed accurately so you're not overpaying. Preparing to list, prevent overpricing and having your home linger on the market. Over 10,000 completed appraisals, locally owned and operated for more than 10 or 30 years. State certified, highly experienced appraisal team, 100% money back guarantee. Listen, I've hired lots of appraisers, and I don't think any of them were 100% money back guarantee. So there you go. Providing residential appraisal services in Charlotte, Sarasota, Manatee, DeSoto, Hillsborough, Pinellas, and Lee. And mention that you heard about her her company from the Hope Hotline, and you will get a $50 discount. Call at 941-743-3700, 941-743-3700. Hanson Automotive Services has been serving Southwest Florida since 2017, backed by over 20 years of hands-on automotive experience, from routine oil changes and new tires to AC repair, engine work, and full engine replacements. They handle it all with excellence and integrity. They're not only committed to do their best, they are auto-motivated to keep you safely on the road. They operate by Proverbs 16:3, which is commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. You can give them a call at 941-460-3962, 460-3962. Ladies?
Do you want to see what Vanessa was working on?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You look good, girl.
Hey, girl.
That brings joy.
That's her new Facebook profile pic.
Oh, my gosh. That's flipping funny. So while I'm over here preaching.
Yes. That's what she's working on.
She's making her Facebook profile.
Yes.
So I'm not going to ask you what you think or because you probably don't even know what I was saying.
Yeah. Jer had something.
Yeah.
He was going to pull in the reins for us.
Oh, please.
So I haven't always been the
That's
most
freaking
joyful
funny,
person.
girls.
And
Go ahead.
I found that if you don't feel joy, one of the biggest ways to attack it and go against it is to serve somebody else.
Yes.
that was a hard lesson for me because I would wake up and just feel like Pastor Tom calls it, was it mully grubs?
Mully
Yeah,
grubs.
mully
I call
grubs.
it poo-poo pants. And I didn't like it. And if you don't like something, you really don't like it, you don't sit in it, and you try to change it. So I found that serving other people or going out and try to bring somebody else joy, encouraging somebody else has brought me out of that funk. And I think perspective, again, is a huge one, like you said. And seeing what you do have, seeing all the blessings and things that God has done in your life, that's why it says to think back on those things. And that kind of brings you out of it. Because you can look at what you don't have. You can look at the battle that you're in, but getting the right perspective that God's always come through. He's never let you down. And then seeing all the blessings you do have. Like in Christmas time, you can look at what you don't have, especially if money's tight or whatever.
Yeah.
But seeing what God has come through and done in your life really brings that out. But I think serving other people, like you said, is like hearing those kids really shook me. I mean, it was...
Because sometimes you don't even know
Right.
because it comes so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you're serving where your natural gifts and talents are, sometimes you don't realize that what a powerful impact it's having on other people because it's a God-given gift.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And a lot of people don't walk in their God-given gifts.
Right.
And so they're making no impact.
And it was funny, I did it for them because you get to a place where you don't need people to tell you how good you're doing and stuff, which is great. But I wanted them to hear what they're doing for each other, and it ended up rocking my world. And I was like, oh my gosh. I had to run from Emma, her face. I was like,
I
oh,
know.
get out of here. I don't want to cry. So it
She's
was
like
really
her mother,
good.
though. She's an easy
If
cry.
you don't have joy, change your perspective. Go help somebody else, bring somebody else joy, serve somebody else, and it will bring out joy in you.
But joy equals Jesus. Remember this.
Yes.
Because joy equals Jesus. And if you want joy, then you have to be Jesus.
Right.
And it's like what you're saying, Jared, though. What did Jesus say? I didn't come to serve, but to be served. But excuse me, I didn't come to be served, but to serve and to give my life a ransom for many. If you want to have joy, then don't want to be served, but to serve.
Yeah.
And that will radically not only change your life, but rock the world around you. So powerfully that when you go to heaven, you will hear, well done, good and faithful servant. Okay, remember, you're going to serve others. Well done, good and faithful servant. What both words come from the same root word.
Yeah.
Good.
That's really good.
Remember, joy equals Jesus. Be Jesus. And then joy will just come so easily. You might have to die to your flesh a little bit because we are highly carnal. But if you do that course correction and put yourself right back into the place of, no, I'm Jesus. I'm going to act like him. I'm going to be him. And if you do the things that he did, joy will just abound.
Right.
I love that.
All right. I love you guys. Can't wait to see you at the beginning of the year.
I know. It's so exciting.
gonna be
No,
great.
It's gonna be a good year.
Good year.
Yeah.
2026.
Remember this.
Yeah.
Just have fun being around people. And here's what I will tell you this. If you can't be around your most favorite people, whether because they don't live in the area or you've lost them because they've gone home to be in heaven, right? If you're not able to be around the one that you love the most or the ones you love the most, then make sure you surround yourself with people who will hold you up, that will love you through it, and iron sharpens iron. So choose wisely your friends and find your friends so that they can be your family. Some of the greatest people around here, they don't get to have Christmas with their families, and some of these people that come to this church, they have made their church their family. You can do that too.
Yep.
It's all up to you.
Right.
You don't have to be in the situation you're in. You can change that.
Yes, you can.
You have the power.
Yes,
So,
you do.
love you guys. See you Sunday. And make sure you are inviting your friends and loved ones, because Tracy did not say this in her announcements, but Christmas Eve service, 2 services, it's going to rock the house. We encourage you to register, but you do not have to.
Yeah.
Bring your friends, family, and neighbors, because I'm telling you right now, they will not be disappointed. It's going, I know that I'm prej, but I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
This one's one of my personal favorites.
Yeah.
this year's one of my personal favorite Christmas Eve services. So that's it. See ya. Bye.